In this tutorial, we're going to give you a general overview of the Mozeo Dashboard, and you can even use this as a getting started guide if you'd like. You'll notice when you first log in, you have some quick hit information here on your dashboard. Things like active contacts, how many text messages do I have left? What's my sending number that I'm sending and receiving text messages from? And then, of course, you have your left-hand navigation here. These links will take you throughout the dashboard. And a lot of those are reiterated right here on the main dashboard page. And then you have some top level links like your inbox, a place to get support, the store where you can buy additional credits, and settings and sign out. So we're going to start under settings. The settings page is really just the settings for all of your dashboard. Things like company settings, what's your company name and information, billing settings where you can set your credit card, the Mozeo store where you can buy additional credits, or even your own individual profile where you can come here and change your password or even set your notifications on this page. So the settings is really where you can go to do any of the settings that you need to for the dashboard. You can also use this to add additional team members to your account. So you would simply come to settings, account users, and click add a team member here to add an additional team member. After you add additional team members, you'll also have an opportunity to edit their information or delete them. So if a team member leaves the organization, you'll have access to also delete them. Now, I'm going to go back to the dashboard page, and we're going to work our way down the left-hand navigation here. The first stop is contacts and groups. This is where you have your main contacts data. It's all stored here. You have your active contacts, your opt-out contacts, pending and invalid. So active contacts, these are people that you can send text messages to. Opt-out contacts, just the opposite. Those are people that no longer want to receive your text messages and have stopped. We also have pending contacts. These are folks that may have texted in but have not doubly confirmed that they want to be added to your list. So they remain pending until they confirm, and then they'll become active. And then we have invalid contacts. These are folks that you try to send a message to their number and it's just not working, and we'll flag that number and set it as invalid. Now, we do things as a line item with controls off to the right. So I can click the button here and see my two account contacts, and then I have separate controls for each one of them. So I can edit a contact, add them to a group, send them a single text message, or start a texting conversation with them. I can opt them out or I can delete them. So you have a lot of inline controls for your each individual contact. Now, down below here, you can also create groups. And creating a group is simple as clicking add group. We'll give it a name like group 4. We'll add that group, and now I have a new group available here in my account. So if I want to go back to my contacts, I can say, all right, we're going to take this individual and put them into group 1 and to group 4, and we're going to update that. Now you'll see this number has gone up and this individual belongs to groups 1 and 4. And again, you can hit the magnifying glass, see everybody that belongs in that group, or go back and look at another group. The other controls you have here are the ability to download any one of these groups. So if you want to download the information from group 1, you can do that and then re-upload all those people into group 2. You can also do this with your active contacts. And deleting a group is just as simple as clicking delete and removing that group from your account. Now, we're going to continue down the left-hand navigation. Under this, My Contacts, you also have the ability to search all contacts. And this is by first name, last name, email, or phone number. This search all will search your active, your opt-outs, your pendings, or your invalid. So this is a thorough search of everybody within your account. So you can come in here, and again, you have the same controls. I can edit, group them, message them, opt them out, or delete them. And then lastly, you have the ability here to also upload contacts. Now, with uploading contacts, you obviously have to make sure that all of your data is opted in, and you can prove that. So you never want to send text messages to anybody that have not opted in or not have agreed to receive text messages from you. So you would download our template here in step 1. We ask that you use the exact CSV template. And all you're going to do is leave everything on the template exactly as it is, and you're going to paste the data right under the correct column. Then here in step 2, you'll choose that file. You can even choose to put it into a group and you can upload those contacts. So that's the My Contacts section and all the great things you can do there. One last piece that we'll share with this too is you can always add a single contact. So if somebody needs to be added to your list and you don't need to upload it, you can click Add a Contact here and simply add a single contact to your list. Now, moving down the left-hand navigation here, you'll see we have a media library. So this is where you view images, or anytime you include an image on a text message, you can view the different images that you have available. You can delete an image from here if you'd like. You say, all right, I don't need these images anymore. Or you can upload additional images to this as well. I have a couple duplicates here, so I can remove them and keep my images clean. Then these images are available to use when you go to send out a text message. So within your media library, you can create additional folders. So if you want to have an additional folder with a set of images, maybe all of your logos in one folder, you can absolutely do that. We're going to come back to my reports at the end because we like to show the roll-up report there. Under text messaging, you have the ability to send bulk messages or single messages. We also have an API available. So when you set up the API, we'll start there. You'll simply set this up and you'll have credentials to log in, and you can review our white papers on how to use that. Sending a single message is just like I showed you before. You'll search a phone number and you'll click the message button here to have a conversation with that individual. And then lastly, bulk messages. So this is where you can come in and say, you know what, I want to send a bulk message to my entire list of users. So a couple things. You can reuse an existing message like a template. So if I have a message here, hello world, I can simply edit that message, maybe edit this message a little bit here and then send it again, or I can just create a new one on that previous screen. So you'll see it's an easy to use editor. You simply type out your message. We have an emoji picker built right in here at the top. Now, we also have two different options here, what are called standard messages or enhanced messages. So you'll notice if I have my hello world, if I go here and I add now an image, the Mozeo logo, everything on the page turns blue. And there's a link here at the top that says enhanced message. This is letting you know now you're about to send an enhanced message, and those cost 2 credits per person to send. So if you're going to send to a list of 100 people, those messages will cost 200 credits. If I remove that image and I go back to a regular standard message, those only cost 1 credit. Now, you also can turn on an enhanced message once you've gone over 160 characters, which that would be 140 characters left. So if I go one more character again here, everything turns to blue. Again, letting you know you're now sending an enhanced message. So you have standard messages are 160 characters or below with no image. Enhanced messages are 160 characters and above with or without an image. So this really gives you some serious flexibility on sending a longer message if you have a lot of content to send. So you can actually send a longer message with a picture and get that off to your group. Now, after you've created your message here, our character counter obviously will keep you in check, let you know where you're at. Next is, okay, I can either send it to my entire active list of contacts, which is the default, or I have an option to come in here and say, you know what, I want to send this to a specific group instead. So I'm going to send this message to group 1 and I can save that. Now my text is only going to go out to group 1. Or I can go in and just say, you know what, I'm going to send to everybody on my contact list. I'll do that here under option 2, or option 1 rather. You also have the option to exclude. So let's say, for example, you have an employee list and you want to send your entire active list of contacts, but you want to exclude your employees. You would toggle that group on and hit save. In this case, it's my sample group 1. So now your message will send to your entire active list of contacts while excluding the following groups. Now, down below, you can preview this text to your own phone. If you have multiple team members, like we talked about in the beginning of this tutorial, you can hit preview all, and they'll all receive the preview. And then you can send now, or you can schedule it to send out whenever you'd like. So you say, you know what, I need that to go out on Saturday at 2 p.m. and I'm going to set the schedule on that. And it's great. Your schedule is set. And then even when you go back to your message page there, you'll see, all right, this is scheduled to go out. And it tells you the time that it's going to be scheduled to go. And you can always come back into your controls and remove that. Okay, let's continue now down our left hand. Well, actually, in this case too, let's say you send a text out and all of a sudden somebody replies. Those replies are going to end up here in your inbox. So you'll see links for that here in your left-hand nav, and there's also an inbox link here at the top. And you can see I have one message waiting in my inbox. So you come into your inbox and you'll see, okay, we have a new message here. We'll click on this new message. And, I sent a message. How's everything going today? Hi, it's going well. Thanks for asking. Great. So you can search through your messages. We have a ding sound that'll play when a new message arrives. You can turn that on and off. You can mark all of your if you have multiple conversations that are unread, you can mark them all read, or you can close them all. You also have individual controls here to close the conversation. Also, next to each individual that you're working with in the inbox, you can go in and edit their information. You can call them right from the inbox, and this is brilliant. You hit the call button. We'll actually call your phone from your Mozeo number. We'll connect you to the person in the background, and they'll see the phone call coming in from on their phone from your Mozeo number, but you can have the conversation from your phone. You can also opt somebody out right away from here, or you can delete them from your account. So you have some nice controls right there at an individual user. Lastly, it's the same editor as we discussed before. Standard messages, enhanced messages. You can do images. In this case, you can do links. Also, we have what are called quick replies here for the inbox. Thank you, you're welcome. You can set your own, or you can delete your own quick replies here. So you have some different ones. So I can just click you're welcome, and it shows right up here. So you can send that right away. So you have some different options here on how things are sent right from your inbox. All right, the last thing, couple of the last things we want to show you under autoresponders, you also have what's called an inbox autoresponder. So let's say you're not in the office right now and somebody texts your number or they reply to a text message you sent out and you want the inbox to auto reply something like, sorry, we're not in right now. We'll respond when we get back in. So our system will automatically send that text message back to an individual when a new conversation comes into your inbox. And you can flip this on or flip it off. So you have full control of that. And of course, you can go into your controls and actually edit the message that is used. Also under autoresponders, we have what are called mobile keywords. And these are really great for building your list. So for example, general sign up. Join our exclusive mobile club today and be the first to hear about great specials and promotions. Text Mozeo to this number. So when they text that keyword to the number, they're going to get an auto response message back on their phone, and we'll grab their phone number and add them to your active list of contacts. So you can come in here and actually set the auto response. You have some unique features down here, allowing you to put in a unique code, actually putting an expiration date in based on 2 days after, let's say they text in, or 3 days. So you can set those. We also have some different add-ons that we'll talk about in a minute. Now, with a keyword, you can have it always send an auto response. If you're trying to do like a text to win scenario where they're texting in to maybe win a gift card to your coffee shop, you can have it send back a response one per day, or you can even do a sorry. Let's say you're a restaurant and you have table tents on each one of your tables and people are texting in for a free appetizer. They come back a week later. You don't want them to get that free appetizer again. You can have it send back a canned sorry response instead. And then, of course, you can turn keywords on and off. So these are your autoresponders. These are really fantastic for, again, building lists or having any kind of auto response go out that you'd like. Now, under add-ons, we have along with autoresponders, we also have a text to win feature where you can go in here and pick winners from a list and during a time frame. We have a text to screen feature where people can text in and you can see information on the screen. And then we also have additional add-ons like a landing page, a star rater, and a widget. So you can check out our other tutorial videos on some of those items. Lastly, I want to show you the roll-up report here. So when you go under My Reports text messaging, this report gives you a 30,000 foot view of everything that's going on in your account. You can set the date range here at the top, and we put all your bulk messaging, all of your keyword messaging, your inbox messaging, any system messaging. We tally up those totals. Anything that was enhanced is ×2. So you'll see all those totals here with the total message credits used at the bottom. So that's the number you want to look for against your credits. Then, of course, if you use our URL shortener, we will track the clicks for that URL shortener or that URL that was shortened as well. Okay, back to the dashboard page. One last thing here is your voice settings. So with your actual Mozeo number, you can set different voice settings like forwarding, play a message, a custom recorded message. You can even collect voicemail from an individual. And then lastly, the Mozeo store. This is where you'll actually come in to buy additional credits. You can buy your phone number through here, toll free or local. You can buy additional credits, and you can buy mobile keywords through here as well. So we hope you enjoy this tutorial. Once again, this is a getting started guide and overview of the Mozeo dashboard.